Welcome to Hallway Ski Reviews. I'm Nathan, and this is the Line Chronic 101. This is an interesting ski. It's, maybe not my style of ski necessarily, but, I actually ended up having quite a bit of fun on this. It is a, slightly directional twin tip ski, I would say. I think it's 4 or 5 centimeters back from center is the mount point, so fairly centered-ish. And it has, let's talk about makeup first. So I skied this in a 179 centimeter, and it has a 16.6 meter turn radius, so pretty short turn radius. It retails for $650, so pretty good price. It does have a Aspen core. I think they call it an Aspen veneer core or something like that. And it does feature their 5-cut radius, which is, 5 different radiuses kind of blended together to make one. And it has what they call thin tip technologies, which is, it's actually these really thin, pretty lightweight tips on these skis, and they're pretty flexible too. They actually have like a lot of flexibility just right up, from about here up is really soft, and then from there to about the same place in the back is actually really strong underfoot. So it's a unique feeling ski, as it's pretty damp and strong underfoot, and then pretty light and kind of flexible in the tips and tails. And it's pretty, I think it's like 11 mils of rocker in the front and of height splay, and then 10 in the back, so it's almost a true twin tip, and then like 2 or 3 centimeters of rocker under, or camber underfoot. So let's look at that real quick. So rocker starts right there, and it's kind of low, and then gets more as it goes up towards the tip. And then tails, similar story there. That's pretty twinned out. The graphics are fun, huh? I always kind of like that. I thought that was pretty cool. Anyways, so how performance on the mountain. Let's start with groomers. So these have, I would say, pretty darn sharp edges, and they stay sharp most of the way up on this ski. So when you tip them into a turn and go to initiate a carve, the front of the ski is pretty flexible, so when you tip them up high, the tips catch and they dig in and they pull you into the turn pretty good. But there is a really strong underfoot section, so it gives you a lot to stand on. And it actually has like pretty intuitive, fun carving for a twin tip, park and pipe ski. I mean, I think they have this as like a park pipe all mountain ski, but for a park pipe all mountain ski, I don't usually think of those as being, great carving skis, but this actually carves really well. Slarving around is pretty easy. The sharp edges, definitely make you want to be, pretty flat based when you're carving, slarving and sliding the ski around. Soft snow performance is pretty good. I don't love twin tips like, forward mounted like this necessarily in soft snow. I tend to enjoy something that's a little, further back mounted, for the, I don't know, like 8 to 12 back from center centimeters. This is fairly center mounted, and you can tell, but for somebody who is a park skier but wants something that they can go off piste with, I bet this would be a killer option, because it actually floats pretty well. And you probably could ski switch on it, and you could probably, I don't do butters, but I bet this ski butters extremely well because of those soft tips and tails. I bet this thing would be a blast, and you know, I kind of wish that I did know how to do that, but you know, we're all getting older. So anyways, Moguls, this thing does pretty well. It you know, the sharp edges are pretty dependable on, you know, firmer snow and, you know, really edgeable snow. They do kind of feel a little bit grabby. You know, you could, you know, file the edges a little bit, you know, take a gum, stick to it and take them down a little bit, but then you'd lose your carving performance. So I don't know if that's a great option, but you know, I think, you know, once I spent a whole day on these, I got pretty used to the sharp edges, and that wasn't even a problem. So, you know, stick with it, and it feels great. So, you know, carving performance was better than I expected. It actually does pretty darn good carving. Mogul performance, it's pretty good. You know, there's better skis out there and there's worse skis out there. It is able to kind of flex through them, and you can slarve them out or you can kind of bang them out. And you know, I tend to like a ski that's a little further mounted back, so you know, some of my reticence in Moguls is probably related to that. You know, and the soft snow performance was really good. You know, skiing soft snow Moguls was really fun on these. What was my favorite bit for this? I would say that this ski for me it felt very well-rounded. You know, I didn't feel like it emphasized anything in particular. Like a lot of time with skis, you know, if you have really good carving, then it's not going to do great off-piste, or if you have really good slarving off-piste performance, it's not going to carve well, or like, you know, if you have a lot of camber, that creates a lot of, you know, energy out of the turn and usually, you know, really good carving performance. But if you go off-piste, a lot of camber is not that much fun because it's not going to float that well. But you know, and this kind of strikes a really nice balance around all of those things. It does really nice carving. It does, you know, go through the Moguls pretty well, and it does float pretty well. You know, and if you're a park pipe, you know, playful style skier, you probably have a blast with this thing off-piste and soft snow, and just, you know, shredding around and, you know, 180ing to switch and popping around and buttering and everything. And you know, it's probably a blast. I wish I could do it better. I wish, you know, I was a better skier so I could tell you exactly, you know, how good this ski is in that aspect, but I just haven't spent a lot of time in the park or, you know, doing butters. So, you know, that's my 2 cents on this ski. It's pretty darn good. Graphics are really fun. And, you know, and I should mention swing weight is actually, you know, pretty easy on this ski. For, you know, it's 30 grams. I think it's 2,030 grams is what they have it listed as. And because the tips are pretty thin and pretty lightweight, it does have a pretty manageable swing weight. So it's, you know, fun and playful in that aspect too, which, I don't know, I thought that was kind of fun. It definitely made skiing Moguls easier, and, you know, skiing kind of techie bits really fun and easy too. So really good. But I think that's all I got on this one. And you know, like and subscribe below, and let me know if you want to hear anything else about this guy. Thanks.